in the next 7 days, I need to throw one of these in the bin. Literally. The reason is because I am not normal. The iPhone 17 Pro and Air have a very distinct target market. Now the 17 Pro is for the geeks, the professionals, and the people who love orange.
Play it safe, keep the feelings away, too late.
The Air, however, is for the rich, who prefer aesthetics and appreciate in-hand feel. Here's what I like about both of them. The versatility of the Pro is insane. I love shooting in Apple Log via the Blackmagic camera app, which I launch with the action button, shoot raw photos, and have 3 lenses. But I also appreciate the thin and light form factor of the Air, the material choice, the aesthetics. It just feels so good to use. Since I carry one iPhone and one Android phone at all times,
There's more. I have more inside the hotel.
one of these has to go. Before even buying the iPhone Air, I had already made my mind up to upgrade from the 13 mini. Now let me bring it real quick. Since my main iPhone of choice was this 13 mini for so many years, I decided to record most of the vlog on the 17 Pro. Now, here's the problem. When we went on that trip to Europe, I got to use the 17 Pro, and everything that the Air doesn't have, this thing had, and it just got me to think, dude, do I actually need the Pro? And every time I thought, nah, that's it, I'm gonna keep the Pro. And then I'll pick this guy up and I'm like, nah, that's a brick. I can't deal with that. That's just, oh, too heavy. Oh, bro, this is so heavy. Oh, doing anything that you need to do on a phone, whether it's social media. And I'll be like, nah, stuff the Pro, I'm gonna keep this. But then as soon as I need to take a photo, as soon as I need to do something, as soon as I need to zoom in a bit or zoom out a bit, or I need to shoot log footage, you just can't do it on this guy. So I still personally have not made up my mind. I don't know what to keep. The thing about these YouTube reviews is that most YouTubers will say the Pro is the way to go. The Air is stupid. The reason why they say that is because most YouTubers, this is the target market for YouTubers. It's like 99% of you guys watching aren't YouTubers. You guys don't create social content. You don't create content for a living. You know, you take a photo of your dog. You know, you take a photo of your coffee once in a while. You take a photo of the document to send to your wife or something like that. Most of you guys are like that, right? And if that's you, why do you need 17 cameras and a vapor chamber and this crazy orange color? You don't. So I'm gonna kind of do this review or this comparison with a mindset of just being a dad, being a husband, just being a normal Joe Blow dude, okay? And I'll also touch on the Pro stuff as well, in case you are a pro. To my eyeballs, the iPhone Air is the most beautiful product Apple has ever made since the iPhone 10. Not only beautiful, but it feels incredible to use, and I continue to want to pick it up and hold for just no reason. If you own an iPhone Air, you know exactly what I'm talking about. I love this single camera design, this pixel-like bar at the top, ultra slim polished curved titanium rails. I even like how all the internals are crammed into this plateau. So even when the phone is throttling and heating up like a spaz dog, I don't really feel it. Now, don't get me wrong. I also appreciate the 17 Pro design too. The solid unibody design and even the camera housing looks way better in real life than those stupid leaks we got earlier. But the 17 Pro looks like ass compared to the minimal iPhone Air. Now, the first thing I want to compare is how much more battery life exactly can I get with the 17 Pro over the Air? And there's only one way to find out. It's by living with it like a normal human. It is currently 7:10 a.m. So I took the Air and the Pro off the charger around 7 a.m. We had breakfast with the girls.
Good morning.
Before leaving on a road trip. And I cannot deal with this orange, guys, but I figured out a way to make this orange look much nicer, and it's by putting on this Pitaka Aramid case. Look at that now. All right, check this out. So we're at 9:30, 95% on the Air, and 99% on the Pro. Already seeing a pretty drastic difference, like 4% difference already. Then we hit the road. We had to make a quick 10-minute charge stop for our car. Let's just do a quick battery check. 96% now on the 17 Pro, 91% on the Air. By the way, if you haven't noticed the past few videos when we've been using the Z Flip 7, this is actually a Pitaka case, which wasn't sponsored at the time. And I've picked them out of the hundreds of cases there are to sponsor this video because I absolutely love the quality and design. This honestly feels like no case. The case by itself also feels like a featherweight in the hand too. The case is crafted from aramid fiber, which is the secret behind its slim profile, weighing only 19 grams. What's more, it comes with this built-in MagSafe magnet. You want a case that looks good and feels good, you know what I mean? By the way, they also sent us this MagSafe wallet that snaps on the back, and it's also super slim. You can also fit 2 cards inside, and the magnet hold is so strong. There's no worries of it slipping off when you slip it into your pants. Go check them out. We'll put a link below the like button with a discount code. It does help our channel by just checking them out. Now, let's get back in the car and head over to our Bural. Here's another thing about iOS optimization, like the Tesla app. See here how it tells you exact charging time left, how much you're being charged, and the charging speed and all that. This is on my always on display, which is freaking mental. Now, there's no Android phone that can do this because they don't have the app developer support, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, and when I pull up, you see there, Dynamic Island, it's right there. The details of how much minutes you've got left. So while you're on the phone, you don't have to keep checking the app. Like little things like this actually makes a difference. Because I'm doing 50-50 today, right? And so every time I take this out, oh man, it feels good. It does really feel good in the hand. Even with the case on, because this case is so thin. That was literally. Then we dropped by Barrel, to this flower show thing. Then I went absolute berserk, taking 6 million photos on both the iPhone Air and 17 Pro together. So often, I just wanted to use the ultra wide or the zoom lens. At least I could digitally zoom in, but I couldn't zoom out to get that ultra wide shots. The battery here started to really favor the Pro during this session. I'm just glad Apple didn't cheap out and put their epic new facing camera in all their iPhones this year. Since it has this larger squared sensor, you don't even have to rotate your phone to film in landscape. I hope Androids re-implement this type of sensor soon. Even though these photos look pretty and nice, it was absolute chaos in reality. It was super cold and windy, so we had to get to a nearby cafe to warm ourselves up. We then got home and found this crazy real stick monster on the windowsill.
This is why you need a 4 times.
Then I got home to do a battery check.
It's 4 p.m. 67% on the 17 Pro, and we got 56% on the Air. Yo guys, I'm just out at the shops now. 39% on the Air, and we got 55% on the Pro, and they got exact same screen on time. I'm not comparing the Pro Max to the Air. I'm comparing the regular 6.3-inch Pro with a SIM card, not eSIM. For me personally, the battery is not the problem because I'll tell you now, even if it's 7 p.m, 39%, it'll get me through the day. Over the past 2 weeks, it has died on me only twice, and out of the 2 weeks, the whole week I was, what was I doing? I was traveling. So for me personally, it is all day battery life, totally fine. And I've gone out of my way to not put a power bank on it, by the way. Okay guys, my face looks like it's 12 a.m, but it's actually 9:19 p.m. and I can't do this anymore. I'm trying to rack as much screen on time I can, but the max I managed was about 3 hours. We're sitting at 27% on the Air and 46% on the Pro. So now that gap of 10% has now increased to like almost 20%. 4 hours, 4 hours, 2.5, 5 hours. And see, look at this, 5 hours screen on time, and I used only 81%. You know, we just flew back from, where did we fly back from? From Dubai, like 2 days ago. So my brain is still not functioning properly. Let's actually talk about the cameras. Now, how are the cameras? There's no way around it. On a holiday, the Pro will win 10 times out of 10. The only time I would shoot on the Air
is if I'm already using it and I don't have time to pull out the Pro. Don't get me wrong, the shots I got from the Air were incredible. Dynamic range, colors, and even though the sensor is slightly smaller, you still get nice natural bokeh and subject separation. But so often I'll be in a position where I need either zoom or I need to pull out with the ultra wide. This is why most people should just get the regular iPhone 17. Now, check this 6.9 times zoom shot at a keynote in Germany. Xiaomi 15 Ultra, awesome. iPhone 17 Pro, awesome. iPhone Air, bruh. Then when we got to Switzerland, I recorded my screen of zooming in on all three phones. Yep, the iPhone Air looks like AS. But the iPhone has a fusion camera! Shut your face, it looks like AS. This is the one thing that I really missed about iPhone 15 Pro when I sold that phone. Just being able to film log for the channel. It just feels good. Now, I've been using most of my vlogging and any B-roll and stuff like that when I'm walking around and outside. I would use this Pocket 3, which is an awesome camera, but it's locked in at one focal point. You can like put on attachments and stuff like that, but you don't have time for that, right? But with the 17 Pro, just press this shortcut to open my Blackmagic camera app. And check this out. Now I'll start filming. Now this is in log, right? I can put LUTs in here. Actually, let's go put a LUT in right now because it's a new phone. I actually don't have any LUTs installed. So I'm just gonna go to my computer here real quick. Browse LUT, airdrop it to the iPhone. Watch this, I've got the LUT. Let's just do it live in front of your face right now. So click on that, open. If I go back to camera, I click on this LUT button, turn it on, boom. My Bruz LUT is now applied. Off, on. Dude, too easy. Now here's the crazy thing. The versatility is insane. So now I can do a sensor crop to 48. I can do 100mm my telephoto, which has a stupid 1 meter. So I've got to be at least this far away. I've got 100mm, I can go into 200mm, which is a sensor crop. And then I can go all the way out to 13mm, which the Pocket can't do. This is all 4K 50, by the way. And the best thing is I can just go back to the front camera and look how good the quality is on the front camera as well. This is just insane. Very versatile, especially for YouTube and when you're vlogging. I was actually at Munich airport. There was this massive police raid which got all of the customers to like walk back out. We're leaving the plane, all of us, everyone's leaving, look at us. And this is the first time I used the selfie cam in log mode. I'm like, oh, I didn't actually know you could do that. In fact, I didn't want to do it because the selfie cams used to suck balls. Do you know what I mean? But this selfie cam is much better. So I thought, you know what, I'm just going to record myself. So I recorded myself going out. There's like police everywhere. To the front. Oh, this is cool. Look at that. Holy smokes. What do you think the problem is?
I don't know, I think I have a problem.
Dude, look at that. It's like 6,000 cops up there. What the? This is crazy content. Oh, okay. And then I saw all these police everywhere, switch it to the front camera, started filming, switch it to the zoom in, and I was like, this is life. You know what I mean? Like, as in, I could see myself using that. And that is a huge benefit for content creators, which this phone was made for. So on paper, it makes a lot more sense to go with the 17 Pro. And I think this is where my dilemma actually started. Even though it seems like the iPhone 17 Pro spanks the Air on every angle, it doesn't. The build quality, for example, of the Air is much higher. This Air is near indestructible. I even dropped it high up on the hard floor and not a single mark was on it. People have tried to bend it, smacking it with a hammer even, and it still won't break. It took over 200 pounds of force at one point to bend it, and it was still working. But the iPhone Air still comes with more sacrifices than it should, like a smaller battery, single camera, slower charging, and a single speaker. To me, the single speaker wasn't a problem, even when video calling at a busy airport. And that's probably the only time I would actually use the speaker. Even with my Pro iPhones, I would always use AirPods anyway. The main personal drawback for me is no ultra wide and no log mode, which the S25 Edge has, by the way. Guys, after finding like tangible usefulness shooting log mode on the iPhone 17 Pro, I've decided to keep the iPhone Air. Let me explain. Before I explain why, by the way, I'm filming this whole portion on the iPhone 17 Pro in log mode. This channel has a greater purpose than just making tech videos. We started this channel hoping that we can use the funds from YouTube to fund our family's missions. A couple years ago, when I had about 84 subs, we went to Bangladesh and we filmed a documentary to help keep the schools opened in the slums. And then last year, my wife and I went over to Mongolia to film a few more documentaries there. We filmed businesses doing good work over there, and we also filmed people living with the homeless, giving them shelter, giving them food. If you want to partner with us, please check out our Ko-fi page. I'll link in the description, or just subscribe, like, and just say whatever in the comments. That's also indirectly partnering with us and helping our family's mission. Honey, you can't be on camera now, eh? I just want to ask you about what you think of the Air.
It's useless.
Okay, can you say that on camera? So this is my wife's 17. Let me just take it out. So my wife's been using the 17 Pro to see if she wants to upgrade. And are you upgrading?
Yes.
Why?
I like the zoom camera. Because the other phone was like, getting hot. Like, super easily.
Okay. What is your thoughts on the Air?
Well, it's not for me.
Why not?
Because the camera is not that great. I like how light it is, but then I would go with 13 mini. And like this, because if it is light and not so great camera, like why not just make it smaller?
I like how this feels so much, and because I use two phones,
You have an issue.
you know, I've always got an Android phone. I've actually decided to chuck this in the bin and use this as my main iPhone. Everyone's saying, shouldn't your wife get this? And I'm like,
Not for
no,
me.
because my wife is actually a pro user. Like I've seen her use the ultra wide, the wide, and the zoom lens equally. She's constantly editing on the go.
This is for your father. Your dad.
Yeah, I know. When we showed my dad, he was like, how much? What do you think?
Beautiful. How much are you giving me this one? Yeah, I love it.
What
But
am
I don't see the point of using this phone.
It,
Because it's expensive just to use it as a phone.
but it looks, look at that. No? That doesn't make you go, ooh.
아니, 근데 왜 기출났어? 어떡해?
Just drop it.
기억이 안 나.
Okay, whilst editing, I think I just had an epiphany of why they rolled back to aluminium. Let's roll the tape. Mate, making our phones with titanium is about 30% more expensive. You know that? And it's so strong, people drop this phone or bang it on the wall, it's not damaging the phone. Isn't that a good thing? You bloody idiot, mate. You think I pulled money out of R&D and put it all into marketing for no reason, mate? Make this phone as soft as Play-Doh, all right? That way, when people start seeing all the photos pop up on social media, everyone's gonna buy Apple Care, everyone's gonna buy an iPhone case, and we make more money. I don't know, I just don't think Apple is all there when it comes to engineering. Like they're not bad, like their products look amazing, their design team is amazing. Like OnePlus 15, for example, have come up with some new material that's stronger than titanium that isn't titanium. They came up with it. Like Apple, you are sitting on so much freaking cash. I swear you can redesign some sort of aluminium thing that doesn't scratch easily or dent easily. And the fact that my wife only had a phone for a week and it's got a mad ding on the top. I'm not even trying to return it. I'm trying to exchange it for a 512 gigabyte version. And I don't know if Apple is going to let me do that tomorrow. Because the iPhone 16 Pro literally has the same sensor and the same ultra wide sensor, and it's got log mode, all that crap. If I need to go back to a Pro iPhone, I'm probably going to go with the titanium iPhone 16 Pro. I'm going to either stick with the iPhone Air, and if I really need to shoot log and whatnot, I'm going to just use my wife's old iPhone 16 Pro. And my Android of choice, right now I have the Xiaomi 17 Pro that looks very similar to this, sounds very similar to this, but it's got a screen on the back. And you can shoot log mode on that as well. So I'm going to test that against the iPhone 17 Pro log mode and see which one I prefer. And if that can get away with it, then the iPhone Air with that Xiaomi might be the ultimate combo. Don't know. Gonna give that a shot next week when it arrives. So subscribe to see that one.